I have been having a lot of conversations with people, lots of tradies over the last little while about head noise. I'll talk about what I mean soon, but it's something that we are becoming more aware of as a society, and how too much head noise is actually really quite detrimental to our mental health. So what is head noise? Head noise can be a combination of a lot of things. When I consider my head noise, and I've talked to the tradies, when I tell them this is what it sounds like in my head, I constantly have a song of some description playing away in my mind, a track of some sort. Over the top of that, I am thinking about what I can see and things that maybe I need to do that are in front of me at that given moment in time. And then the third layer, fourth layer, and sometimes fifth layer of head noise, or the narrative in my mind, is about the to-do list and all of the things that I have to do or should be doing, whether it be today, whether it be next week, whether it be planning for 2 years' time. So I have these layers in my head of narration. There's the do-do-do-do-do-do-do, the music. Then there's what's in front of me right now that is like telling me I should be doing this. I need to pick up that. I need to put that away. I need to this. So it's the things that are in my direct environment that I'm then having a conversation, or my mind is talking to me about. And then the third, fourth, fifth things are stuff that I need to get done, the to-do list, whether it's a today thing, it's a 2 weeks thing, or a 3 years thing. There is this constant narration. And I call this my head noise. And it's one thing that I believe that tradies have a lot of, but they often haven't recognized that is happening in their mind. Now, I'm not here to diagnose anything, but to share with each of you, I did get an ADHD diagnosis last year. I haven't medicated or anything like that. I'm off medication at the moment for everything, but I still need some mood stabilizing supplements and things that just help me sleep. So I am going like in that realm. But the head noise of a tradie is very loud. We talk it but often not recognized. So the difference between blokes and women, I believe, from my observation, is we're really good at sitting with it and going, oh, this is what's going on in my head, and these are all of the things. What I've observed at times in the tradies is I can see the distress in them on the screen, or when I meet with them and I'm like, the head noise is loud for this bloke right now. This head noise is driving him sparse. And then I'll ask some questions, and they've never really considered about how loud the narration in their head is and how much it is beating the living shit out of them. So that's really sad. And it is causing some real distress in the tradie community, and if it goes unnoticed, will cause them to spiral. And I believe that's when tradies start to withdraw, lash out, do the things that are a bit like whatever it is that they lean towards when they're under duress. Now, how often, ladies, have we asked our tradie, what is wrong with you? Like, why, what is going on? You're really quiet, or you're really snippety, or you're really this, or you're really that. And the tradies will go, nothing. And that is their truth. Their truth in that moment when you are asking that is that there is nothing wrong. But when you strip it back and you provide a space as their lady, you know, the person that loves on them and nurtures them, and you give them that space and ask them the questions, you go, okay, so there's nothing, all right. I just have noticed that you're not really yourself lately. And is it okay if we have a chat? The minute we start to be a bit more aggressive with them when they're already in this heightened and overwhelmed and the negative chat is going on in their brains, it actually spirals them into a state of paralysis. So they have already got the very long list, and we do it too, girls, but I'm talking about the fellas today. They've already got a really long list of all of the tasks and all of the things that they need to achieve in their mind. And yes, their priority is different to yours. They don't give a shit about the mess on the bench or the knife that they left out or the VB can on the bench. That's not in their awareness. Usually what is going on in their heads when I've chatted through this kind of thing are things like, why can't I just get my list of things done? Why I must be so useless because I just seem to get nowhere. I'm just spinning the wheels every single day. Why is it that nothing I ever do is good enough? And so this narrator that is in their head is not only making them feel like shit because they're not feeling in a state of achievement, it's speaking negatively to them. And the line that I say to people is, what is your brain saying? What are you saying to yourself about yourself while you're by yourself? When I prompt this, and I do this activity for myself, what's my brain saying to me about me today? It is sometimes quite frightening. And when you are an entrepreneurial type brain, so a business owner brain, you usually have a really busy brain. Of course, there's people out there who are running businesses that don't have the little song in their head, that don't have the immediate surroundings bombarding them with, here's this, here's that's this, that, I need to move this, I should move that, I wonder about this, I wonder about that, and then thinking about 10 things for 3 years' time. Not everybody has that, but the people who do, a lot of them are tradies. And a lot of them have not even noticed that little voice or those numbers of voices, and I don't mean from a schizophrenia perspective, which is auditory hallucinations. This is the narration in our brain that is giving a running commentary, plus a bit of music, plus God knows what else. Everybody's brain is different. That is constantly busy. So there is a little, like, the way I think about it, there's a hamster on a wheel inside that brain that is just constantly running and having little words thrown at it or sentences thrown at it all day, every day, sometime, a lot of the time for me lately at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it is relentless. That is paralyzing to the tradie because they can't usually articulate what it is that is going on or what the priority is. And therefore, because everything in their brain becomes a priority, they get paralyzed because the brain isn't able to establish, but of all of that shit that is milling around in the head, between what's important but maybe not urgent, between what's important but urgent, it is really battling. It is a constant battle all day, every day in the brains of some blokes who are just trying to do their best. So what we want to do is find, it's not about trying to get all of that out because it is literally impossible. It is literally impossible for the busy brain, the functioning of the busy brain to get out. People go, write a list, do this, do that. You know what? I can write a list and that list becomes no longer relevant within 5 minutes of me writing it. I can go, all right, I just need a brain dump. Everything that's on my mind because it's causing this unrelenting anxiety in me. And the tradies are the same, and they're like, oh, I write a million lists. I'm like, yeah, and what do the lists do to you? Oh, they actually make me more anxious. Yep, the list makes me more anxious because all of a sudden I have materialized the things that are driving me insane. Every one of them in that moment. But then, like I said, it becomes irrelevant moments later because the brain is so busy, it is running. Don't make the brain wrong. It simply is what it is. So what we want to do is put strategies in that simplify the urgency, simplify the priority, and you just pick 1 to 3 things. And you will find that the tradie will feel so much more successful and so much more comfortable and so much more confident, and the paralysis starts to dissolve. So this is where business coaching can be such a powerful thing, because our job all the time in a coaching session is to help a person prioritize, a person or a couple, prioritize the most important thing week by week. And because we're not that great at doing that, because a tradie will go, and I've seen this when you do a bit of donuts, like you're walking around the house. I've seen Jace do it a lot. He's got 74 things in his mind, and he'll start walking one way because he's thought, oh, I need to go and do that. And then he goes, oh, if I'm going to do that, then I have to go and get that. Oh, hang on, before I go and get that, I have to go and do this. And so he literally is bloody like pivoting on a spot, because he's just had 6 thoughts within a 30-second period, possibly more. And it's just like spinning the wheels, because you're thinking about the predecessors of the stuff that you've got to do before you do the next thing. So it is relentless, and it is normal to have that type of a brain, especially as a business owner. Whether you're neurodivergent or not, we understand. And so we want to help you simplify your world and that busy brain in order to help you feel more successful, to cheerlead you when that brain is berating you because you're not achieving what your brain is asking of you. Usually your brain is unreasonable. It is an absolutely unreasonable friend. Ruthless, brutal, unrelenting, cruel thing, often our brain can be. And it is giving negative messages, which do send us into paralysis, because it's like, what's the fucking point? I don't seem to achieve anything, so how about I achieve nothing? And that's what sends us into that paralysis. So let us help you with your busy brain. Let us help you with that head noise, because the head noise that is keeping you where you are is usually the number one thing that we can shift the needle on in order to help you to actually achieve what you want to be achieving, and prioritizing that in your business. Because otherwise, the little hamster just goes around on the wheel in there, being constantly bombarded and berated, and it will bring you down, it will drive you to drink, it will make you angry, it will give you agitation, it will make you anxious, and it will make you paralyzed if you don't either get support in order to tame it and prioritize it, or you put strategies in for yourself. So for all of you out there with a brain like mine, you're not alone, and it's a beautiful thing. It's the reason that you are successful. It's the reason that you have gotten to where you are. And it is okay. It's just about working through how you can make it work for you rather than against you. Take care.